back to White Fox Vintage Snowmobile. This will be part 14 of the W project, where we're building a vintage snowmobile to race on the ice up in Saskatchewan, Canada. This could be the last episode. I'm not sure if we'll squeeze all the video in or not, but what you'll see is the W sled first time on ice in a competitive race. Turned out pretty well. We'll also probably reveal what the W stands for. I've got the decals made up at Spectrum Advertising in Nipawin, Saskatchewan, thanks to Scott. And we'll put some numbers on it and maybe a few other things just to fancy it up. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. There are a few subscribers out there watching. We've got people in Sweden watching the video series, which is quite gratifying. And I hope you enjoy.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Is that Al Pinckney driving? Oh no, that's...
No, that's
well, that won't bug you through your...
the better half.
Hey, this is what racing's all about.
Yep.
Yeah. Right? Then we encourage each other like this.
Yeah.
You can keep taking the picture. I just want to ask you a question.
That's my wife.
So as you just saw, we had an incident with the W project and my wife Grace. It was, as we said before, Grace's first time on ice in a competitive situation, and she was winning. I take the blame for that incident. I don't think Grace had enough ice time due to breakdowns with the sled and just the circumstances. Also, I think the snowmobile was set up, the steering was pretty aggressive and she wasn't quite strong enough to hold it in the corners. So we'll tinker with that. She's banged up. She's got a very sore shoulder. The doctor said that there was nothing damaged, just this good bruising. But I've had to help her with the dishes and get her in out of the car seat belt and so forth. So we might have to escalate that and get her get an ultrasound, see if anything's torn in there. I feel very bad about the whole thing, but we're laughing about it now. As the video showed, it looked as though Grace decided to quit oval racing and go snowcross racing. And Buddy Rob thought maybe she saw a squirrel to chase. We don't know. Anyway, the sled suffered a bit of damage. The important thing is that Grace is fine. Sore but fine. She may not race for a while. The sled, we broke both spindles off when she hit the bank. The bank was quite hard underneath. And those super duper Bombardier spindles that I put on were not super duty. And I regret that. But the sled survived very well. I can't see anything broken in the bulkhead. And Trevor at LeQuay Welding has machined me up another set of 1-inch spindles, which we will install this morning. We've got another race in 6 days, and I hope to get it in some of the classes and do a little bit of more fine-tuning. So we'll carry on, learn from our mistakes, no doubt about that. Here's where the spindles sheared off, and they're not forged, they're cast, so brittle. Strong but brittle. So that was definitely a judgment mistake I made in using these. This is what we'll go to. They're a Bombardier 1-inch spindle. I'm not sure what sled they came off of, and Trevor shortened them, put the Polaris spline on the top so we can integrate them with our Polaris steering arm setup. Trevor machined an insert bushing there so that we can accommodate a 7/16 grade 8 bolt. And this should be as strong as anything without going. We did try to source some aftermarket super duper spindles, but with less than a week to go we had no time, so we'll trust in these. So roughly an hour and a half later, we have the new spindles installed. Tried to find some new grade 8 bolts here and there. Those stick out quite far, but at least you know they're there. And mounted the old Mercury saddles. We just threw some steel skis on here for ease of moving the sled around the shop, and it'll need another ski alignment for sure. But that's back together. We'll do a little tidy up here and start this sled again, make sure it still runs. This was to be test and tune day. Kyle and Keith opened up the practice track, and we had great plans of going out, but we've got 2 or 3 inches of light fluffy snow, and of course things aren't quite ready, so much for that. We'll continue to fix little things in the shop. So the long-awaited moment has arrived. We will reveal what the W stands for in the W project. A little background. I was trying to figure out what name to put on the sled, and searching the internet I came upon a picture of a NASCAR that was a dark midnight blue, like I tried to get the W project looking like, and it had a bright yellow color scheme, and that was their sponsor. I thought, something different, give it a try. We name all our sleds in the race team and people identify with that, so here goes nothing. The idea is to roll this putting the decal on. Thanks to John Rudy at Just Sign It for loaning me this nice squeegee. Helps to smooth it down. Drum roll. See how much paint comes off with. There you go. Okay. It's supposed to be the same yellow. Pretty sure it is. It isn't.
It's quite orange, isn't it? The blue isn't the same there.
So here is the completed product. We're racing day after tomorrow at McDowell, Saskatchewan. And number 23, WD-40, will hopefully be on the ice and hopefully finish the day. Certainly not a proven sled by any means. But the straight line drag times are good. The clutch engagement is way too crazy, which hasn't been adjusted since the drag race days of that clutch. So we'll be working on that. But, well, we hope it all works out.
February 5th, 2016, and the W project is taken to the track.
Sorry, I just assumed. Never assumed. Hello.
Hi.
This thing's run a lot different. I had trouble with I suppose, because everything's
Went fast with you on, didn't it?
Way faster. But it only did one lap.
nice cold beer. I'm a designated driver, but actually I can't find it.